welcome back to the channel. So in my last video, you guys saw where I added the Recaro seats into my CTS coupe, 2013 CTS coupe. If you haven't seen the video, please go check it out. Hit the subscribe button. I got a ton of videos out there working on my CTS coupe that may assist you not just cosmetically, but mechanically as well. But back to business here. Now that I added the Recaro seats, I would like the heating and the cooling to work on there as well. And as you can see on here, I don't have heated seats option and definitely don't have cooling seat option on here. So what I wanted to do was switch this unit out for one that has those options, because that's my theory, that everything that I need are within the seats and within the control panel, that nothing else should be needed to make the heating and the cooling work within here. So I also have been wanting to change out my interior, all of this brushed chrome, brushed metal look for the piano black that you see in the CTS-Vs. So I'm using that opportunity to do that as well. So what I've done here, as you can see, all brushed metal all along here. The door, of course, too, as well. So I wanted to change that out. So I found this one on eBay here. It's brand spanking new, never been used. There was a gentleman on there who was selling these for a better price than people were selling the used ones for. So I went in and ordered this right here. The only thing it didn't come with was the door down there. So I'm going to install this in, and as you can see, it has the heating function and the cooling function on there. And so I can't recall I paid for this. I think maybe 200 bucks, maybe 190, I think. I also ordered this right here off of eBay as well. I paid 25 bucks for it. So it comes with the piano black cup holder lid. And I also have the shifter. I think I paid 25 for that. And I ordered a new shifter too. So it's going to come with all of this here in piano black. And the boot without the knob, because I want to reuse my knob anyway. But I ordered all of this right here as one unit used off of eBay for 50 bucks. And that should be here, I think, tomorrow. So this part is pretty easy to change. So I figure I can go ahead and get the others in, test out my seats, and I can change out that part later. So back to business again. So the first thing we need to do is work on getting this seat, the radio out of here. I believe what we need to do is remove this over here, pop this back over here, and we'll figure out. I think we have to pop this out. Of course, we're going to have to remove the knob here. Well, I may not need to remove the knob in order to get this off yet until that comes. So I have this heat unit on that I'm going to give a try again. Hopefully it works out for this right here. So the first thing we want to do, I'll try not to look around too much so it doesn't get you guys seasick. We want to pop these out, stick something in there, preferably plastic, but I can't find mine. So I'll pop these out right here, as you can see that right there. And then we want to pop this one out a bit. I don't think we have to remove it all the way, I don't think, but we'll find out. All right. They kind of go downward, not so much outward for popping those off. Okay, we have that out. All right, so next we want to remove these right here, two trim pieces here, and they pop right up. Hopefully it's going to be as easy as it should be. There we go. Set it off. And then take the other one. See, I'm putting my flat end underneath. And then lifting. Pop this part out a little bit. Now go underneath. right. There we go. And pull it back towards myself. All right. Now, let's see. We're going to need to lift this up and out. I think it maybe makes sense to
exercise of caution.
Move this back a bit first. As far back as I can get it into drive. Then see if I can lift this up out. There we go. All right. I would take it out, but given that this hasn't arrived yet, I'm just going to leave this in for now. So next thing we want to do is remove these two 7mm down here. One. There's two, and I think that's all we need to be able to remove this whole faceplate up here. So now I'll just try to, I think it's, this point is just compression clips holding it in. And so I think once we get a little bit out, we should be able to just snatch it out. All right, that one came out. As you can see, I don't have the pop-up. So you got this little piece up here. All right. And it looks like there's just, I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Looks like there is a plug right here that I need to unplug. Just push down on the clip. And I'm assuming it should just slide out. There we go. And it looks like there's one more down there for the power plug. All right, got it out. You can see I just had to press this right here in order to get it out. All right, so here is the old one here. Here is the new one. Plugs look the same. They don't look any different here and here. Everything else generally looks the same up in here. And so hopefully everything, so I'm gonna have to transfer over the box here, and I'm gonna have to transfer over the vents. Now we also want to take these vents off here, and I think these are just held on with these plastic clips that need to be popped out. So I think these are going to be the easy ones. There we go, one's off, and the other one. I'm just trying to do both sides at the top, but start with the top two, then move on to the second two, and work my way down. And there we go. There's the other one. And from what I can tell, it doesn't look like there's anything else for me to transfer over. So I'll set this one off to the side. Bring this one in here. And I should be able to just, so that's the little thumb wheel for turning the vents, which goes into this little slot here. So everything should line up the same. All right. All right, I think that one looks good. Make sure they're all locked in. Look at how it looks from the front. Make sure there's no gap. See, I still see a gap right there. That means I didn't get it all the way. Here we go. Now it's all the way in. You see, you got the two silver ones on this side, two silver ones on this side. They actually slide into those, but you'll notice you have 3 tabs on each side. The third tab kind of just locks onto this part. It doesn't go through a tab. All right, I think we're good on that side. I'll be able to reuse this up here. Now at this point in time, I'm ready to put it back together to test out the cooling seat function and the heated seats. So first thing we want to do is plug everything back in. All right, cigarette lighter thingy is back in. And plug up the power cord. All right, quite straightforward and simple. Now we want to put the vents back in. Turn those back off. Sure this doesn't end up in the wrong spot. And let me just check, because I'm not sure if it needs to be in place before I snap this into place. See, you got these tabs back there. Looks like they go over there. Oops. All right, set that in over there. I'll bring this in. right, before we get too set, let me start it up and test out these seats. Oops, I got to put it in drive. Let me put it in park. All right, let's see what's happening on this one here. So everything's popping on down there. Radio comes on. All right, so let's give it a try with the heated seats first. So I'll push that. As you can see, the heat module sign has popped on. Let me see if I start feeling any heated seats. I think that's the highest point. Yep, 4. All right, so I actually feel heat in my seats, and it feels good because I'm in Wisconsin and winter is coming. So I can confirm the heat function definitely works. Now let me try the cooling function. So I'll turn that off and I'll turn on the cooling function. All right, so I was testing out the cooling because it's not like you're turning AC on in your seats. You're really kind of just turning on a fan that runs through that kind of just circulates the air. And so I took the back off and I was able to confirm that the fan is kicking in on here. So the cooling does work as well. And so I think that is a win. So I'm going to end up putting this back together. So that's how you add the heating and cooling function to your CTS base or sedan or coupe if you don't have the heating and cooling function on your radio. So I'll supply the link to this radio. Again, this is a new one. This isn't a used one. And but you know, you can find anyone out there, especially if you're sticking with the silver brushed look. You just kind of want the buttons, right? So that's how we add it, how you can add it. I count that as a win. Go ahead, hit that like button if you like. And I'm going to post up another video once the last piece of the piano black come in. I'm going to change this out, change out the cup holders to have the piano black as well. I'm going to paint these over here to have the piano black, and paint this one here. Now, if the painting looks all jinky and stuff, doesn't look really good, I'll just try to find it in piano black, and also this in piano black. If you're asking about overlays, I'm not a big fan of overlays. It kind of look like you have overlays on them, in my opinion. So that's why I'm switching them out and putting them along, and why I don't prefer painting them. I don't think painting really looks good, except maybe day one, possibly, if it was done a really good job. And then it starts flaking off. So a couple months after doing it, you start seeing nicks and stuff, and it just looks bad. First year, it's going to look awful after that. So my preference is just to switch it out, so I don't have to worry about that. So please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and follow along. Thanks a lot, guys.